So Offset gets arrested in Beverly Hills, 90210. Am I missing something? Am I missing something? You know what it is.
Yeah. Everybody's a motherfucking boss. This shit is a joke.
If you wanna be a boss, then you have to pay the cost.
Niggas talking about big bosses. You ain't even a man.
If you wanna be a boss, then you have to pay the cost. If you wanna be a boss, then you have to pay the cost. I hear you wanna be a boss. This is Los Angeles.
Good evening and welcome to the latest edition of Los Angeles, the show that offers real talk for real adults on the latest in contemporary hip-hop news, culture, and entertainment. I'm your host, Curtis Flo, coming to you live from Los Angeles, California, that is. And on today's show, we'll be discussing Offset gets arrested in Beverly Hills. Beenie Man gets rushed to the hospital at his mom's funeral. Hope he feels better. And last but not least, Iggy Azalea's Playboy failure. All that and more on today's episode of Los Angeles. But first, we begin with
Paparazzi.
What's good, Hollywood? Did you see it? Did you see it? The Dodgers have won the World Series, people. 32 years. 32 years we've been waiting for this. 32 years. You know, COVID has really brought a lot of pain and suffering in 2020 for a lot of us. And throughout all that pain and suffering, it's really nice to just have a couple of moments when you can actually say you're a winner and stand by your teams. First, our Lakers won the championship this year, as you know, and I've been very superstitious about my Dodgers, so I've been trying to keep a lid on it and try not to jinx them. Because there's a black cat running around that Dodger Stadium sometimes. Shout out to Stephen A. And it's been so hard. It's been so hard. It's since 1988. But last night, in one of the most amazing pitching duels I have ever seen, I gotta give a shout out to one of the pitchers from Tampa Bay. This is Snell. I know, man. I was worried. I was worried they were going to leave you in all the way to the ninth, bro. That's what I thought they were going to do. But I think it was around the sixth inning. He gets one base run hit off of him, and in comes the coach and takes him out. And he wasn't happy about it. And ooh, boy, was that a mistake. Boy, oh boy, was that a mistake, because the bats from the Dodgers went ham. They went ham. I mean, we were down one run. And in the sixth inning, when they took out Snell, boom, here comes Mookie Betts. I know he didn't win MVP, but my God, Mookie Betts was the most valuable player to the Dodgers this year. Like, you got Seager, you got Turner, you got Bellinger, can't forget Urias. Oh my God, what an amazing pitching performance by Urias. Gonzalez pitching. Congratulations to my 2020 Dodgers. You guys did an amazing job. We here in Los Angeles are proud of you guys. Not sure if there's going to be any type of celebration parade or anything, but just know we are grateful here at Los Angeles. We are grateful for the championship. You guys did it in stellar fashion with old-fashioned hitting and watching the pitch count. I mean, just excellent stuff, guys. So shout out to the Los Angeles Dodgers. We are world champions once again. I'm not even going to say anything else on this Hollywood segment because this is all dedicated to the Dodgers. But boy, oh boy, Tampa had me nervous. Tampa Bay had me nervous, especially, I mean, man, my man was throwing smoke. he was striking out so many Dodgers. I was like, are we even going to get a hit in this game? Like, it was like that. So 2020 has been our year for our sports teams in Hollywood, and I just like to give a shout out to both of the teams in Hollywood who won championships this year. Thank you, Lakers, and thank you, Dodgers. And I'll be right back.
Shit, don't you know the difference when you listening to a prophet? Oracle prescribed shit, California vibe shit. Fire up the switch, take a listen while you drive shit. Parallel park.
So, Offset gets arrested in Beverly Hills 90210. I know you think you know what I'm going to say. I think you know what I'm going to say, but that's not what I'm going to say. I'm rocking with Offset. Yep. If you had a chance to see the footage, if you had the chance to see the video, IG, Offset went live on IG when he was getting arrested or detained. He didn't really get arrested. He was detained for a while, and then they let him go. So, Trump supporters, this one's on you. This one's on you. And I'm going to tell you why this one's on you. Because I watched the video. And real is real. You got to be real, people. You can't be about that fake shit here in 2020. All right? The real is the real. And I saw the video. Shout out to Offset. Shout out to Offset. I like the way he played it. I do. He was not taking his hands off the steering wheel. If you want these hands off the steering wheel, you're going to have to come and remove my hands, because I'm not moving, because you guys got guns drawn on me. And let's talk about that for 1 second. This is where it really pisses me off. So the man's driving down Beverly Hills, Rodeo Drive, people. And, you know, there was some Latinos for Trump thing going on. Some type of gathering for Latinos for Trump supporters, right? Now, I don't care which side of the fence you lean on politically. This was some bullshit, because there was an anonymous call that said that someone was waving and flashing a gun while they drove by on Rodeo Drive. Now, this is some BS. The reason why this is some BS is because Offset is not new to being a star. He's been a star for a hot minute, right? And I'm sure he knows the protocol for when you're rolling around. I'm sure he's not out there rolling around waving guns. But I'll tell you what I think happened. There were some young, the Latinos for Trump, those were young Trump supporters, right? So I think they recognized him. Yep. That's what I believe happened. I believe they were out there protesting, doing their thing or whatever, and Offset drives by, and they go, "Oh man, look, it's Offset," and da 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 da. And you know, of course, knowing Offset's married to Cardi, people know Cardi's position in politics. I think they said, you know what? I'm gonna call in a fake gun threat, and then see if we can get him arrested and hemmed up. You little... Somebody need to slap your little... I digress. No, he did not have a gun. Nobody was waving a gun. This was, dare I say, a political farce. Yep. I think Offset was arrested, and all that thing was a show just because of the politics of the Latinos for Trump. And I think I'm right, because if you watch the video all the way through to the end, you'll see some of them even make their way over to the station and wait for Cardi B to show up to pick up Offset. And they actually stay there waiting with their flags and stuff and talking. Now, I don't give a damn what side of the fence you're on when it comes to politics, but this is why I'm so proud of Offset. All you hip hop guys out there, pay attention to. You know the climate in this country. Now those little shits, they know the climate in this country too. So them knowing that they're gonna call, somebody's waiting to go, come help. They know that's gonna send the man out in force, and the man's gonna come out with guns ablazing, guns are drawn, right? So here you are, Offset, with your entourage in the car, wasn't a big entourage, and you're sitting there in Beverly Hills, in the middle of Beverly Hills, and poof, 6, 7, 8 cop cars show up and they got guns drawn on you. So my man took a stance and said, I'm not moving my hands off of the steering wheel. If you want me to leave, you're gonna have to come and take me, or put your guns down. Now he said this repeatedly, which I thought was really, really key to the situation and diffusing it. He said repeatedly over and over, I'm not doing nothing because you guys had guns drawn. Put your guns down, and I'll take my hands off the steering wheel. Put your guns down. Now the window was open, so I think the window being open gave them the opportunity to come up, because one cop comes on, you're getting out of this car right now, and he reaches in and takes Offset out, right? But Trump supporters, this one's on you. That's some bullshit. That's some real bullshit y'all just pulled, man. That's a black man in America. You can't be playing around with some freaking fake accusation someone's waving a gun driving down the street. You're gonna get somebody freaking killed. I digress. I'm with Offset on this one. Shout out to Offset for holding his ground, and that was pretty dope, man. Going live on IG, so nothing was going to happen to you once that live went on. So that was really, really smart, brother. And that could have took a very nasty turn, but fortunately, it did not take a nasty turn. Offset was let go after being detained for just a couple of short minutes, and unfortunately, I believe it was Cardi's cousin caught a case, because of course they're walking around loaded. Of course you don't walk around unloaded, right? So just because somebody called in as weapon threat, right? Now her cousin gets pinched a little bit and is going to have a case for carrying a concealed weapon, right? Man, this one's on you, Trump supporters. In particular, this is on that was the Latinos for Trump. Go look at you can see the sign, and it's the Latinos for Trump. So I don't know what y'all were going through, but that was some bullshit. And Offset, the only thing I think you had misconstrued in that situation, because you were telling the cop, these are fans, and that was where you made the mistake. They weren't fans. They were little asshole Trump supporters who were actually out there trying to get a black man snuffed out. Not cool, man. Not cool. And all you who were out there, you know who the hell you are. That was some bullshit. Shout out to Offset. Glad you're doing well. And I'll be right back. So Beenie Man gets rushed to the hospital following his mom's funeral. Well, he was actually at his mom's funeral, and he fainted. And he fainted really, really hard, so they couldn't bring him back through at the location. So they had to take him and rush him off to the hospital. Hearts out to Beenie Man. Love, yes, Beenie Man, Sin Sima. I hope you're doing well, man. This is one of those situations. It's just near and dear to my heart. Losing your mom. I didn't faint, but I could feel that feeling that would make you faint. I didn't faint, so I can definitely relate though, because that feeling creeps up on you while you're going through it, and that's his mom. And shouts out to Beenie Man. I hope you feel better, man. I hope you get through this. You might even want to consider some therapy. I might consider it myself. My mom passed this year, so I'm still dealing with it, and I know you're dealing with it, bruh. And to see you fall out like that was very scary, man. Very, very, very scary. So we're wishing Beenie Man all the best, a speedy recovery, and hope he gets well soon. Get some fluids in him system and all that things, because reggae music is very, very much a cousin of rap music. Actually, maybe even the forefather of rap music, because if for those of you who don't know, rap music was brought to America through Jamaica and through the Jamaican immigrants who immigrated to New York and actually brought this style of dance hall and chatting and patois. They brought this to New York with them. And out of all of that, mixing up with the actual African Americans who were at that time developing this sound, developing rap music was born out of dance hall reggae music. So anyone who knows anything about the history and culture of hip-hop would know that rap music was born out of Rastafarian reggae music. And a lot of the actual early rappers I think were Jamaican or of Jamaican descent, a lot of them. So the island has a lot to do with hip-hop. The island has a lot to do with the hip-hop culture and what has happened. And Beenie Man, hope you feel better, bro. Seriously, hope you feel better, because reggae music is something that is really near and dear to my heart. I do have a reggae band called Natty Prophets. You guys check them out when you get a chance. And what can I say? It's very hard when you lose a parent. It's very, very hard when you lose a parent. So him falling out like that, it makes sense now when you look at what was going on. So, it's just so sad. 2020, man. The man lost his mother in 2020, and we here at Los Angeles definitely can relate. And we're with you, Beenie Man. And I'll be back in just a second. And last but not least, Iggy Azalea's Playboy failure. Yep, unfortunately. Yep. Iggy Azalea was in the news recently. Apparently, she was on Twitter, had a Twitter rant, and was ranting about Playboy Carti, the baby's father. So she was saying that now, she was basically saying, it's a breakup basically. So she's just basically, you lost a real one. Playboy Carti is off on his own now, and now she's relegated to being a baby's mama. So that's unfortunate for her. The boy did have Playboy in his name. No judgment here. I'm just saying. The boy did have Playboy in his name. So, did you expect him not to be a Playboy? Because when she was ranting on Twitter, she was talking about guys not being faithful and going down that whole road. So, I'm assuming that she was talking about Playboy's infidelity. Woo! That's a hot topic right there, isn't it? But anyway, I guess the relationship didn't work out because of infidelity issues, and now she's off on her own, and she's becoming a baby mama. So she's basically saying, I'm proud, I'm going to raise this baby on my own, so forth, etc. Doesn't that sound familiar? That sounds so familiar. That sounds so familiar. To all my young fellas out there, pay attention, guys. Pay attention. And even all my young MCs who are these little ladies out there who are little young MCs in the making and coming up, pay attention very closely. You want to stay away from as much nonsense as you can as you're coming up and growing your career. You need to stay away from the nonsense. So unfortunately, now Iggy Azalea is relegated to being a baby's mama. Now, she's had a few hard curves there. I know she's probably a little scorned, probably a little turned off from men. This dates back all us here in Los Angeles know about Iggy from the Nick Young incident and the D'Angelo Russell incident. You guys remember. You guys shout out to D-Lo. Boy, you put the whole locker room on blast, bro. Got this man busted, man. Classic. You guys know the story. This is all classic. It's all classic. But yeah, she got kind of routed that way. Got cheated on. Went into the public eye. Everybody found out about it thanks to D'Angelo Russell. You guys know how I feel about the younger generation. They're kissing and telling. I swear to God, I don't know what that's all about, but it's a young people thing. Let them have it. So she got a raw deal there. I think her and Nick Young were actually engaged, so I think she was actually planning on marrying Nick Young, and that fell apart. And then, she had a couple different episodes, a couple different guys she was dating. Then she fell into the Playboy Cardi route, and off she went. So be careful with the men you choose out there, ladies and brothers. Be careful with the women you choose out there, because it's a critical decision that might affect the rest of your life. So we have enough baby mamas in hip hop. We have enough fathers with multiple children in hip hop. We don't need any more of that. It's not hip hop. This is not what hip hop is about. But again, this is what we have to deal with. So I hope things get better for Iggy. I don't wish any harm on anyone. It's an unfortunate situation that she's going through. But the boy did have Playboy in his name. I mean, what did you think was going to happen when you date a man with Playboy in his name? I digress. I'll leave that alone for now. And you know what, guys? I'll catch you on the next show.
This is Los Angeles. It's cold out here. Yeah. Only the strong persevere. If you wanna be the boss, be prepared to pay the cost.